The one and only Amir Ali.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
And then I started doing more research and I found you, and I hate doing videos, but the coaching calls was one of the things. And then you had another video that caught my eye where it was specific, outside the PMP, but I knew this is real content. This is things that will be on exam, right?
I did hard work for sure, but I think the follow-up, sir, you did. I don't know how you managed to do the follow-up. With one particular student like me, you have hundreds of students. You are just keeping an eye on each of the students. So after my hard work, I can say that the credit goes to you, sir. That is for sure.
Hi Amir, good morning. Yes, I cleared the exam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. And this has happened only because of the customized roadmap and mocks, and you always keep on asking us to do proper RCA, detailed RCA. It happened only because of the detailed RCA. Yes, this RCA helped me a lot.
Thank you for all this guidance and support you gave me, Mr. Amir. Thanks for our team.
So I was just looking at his post, who cleared the PMP, and he used to post the success stories on daily basis. So I reached out to Alina and I asked her how is this program or something. So she said you can trust him and you should join this program if you are looking for it.
It was a very customized base feedback that I was getting from sir, from you.
So yes, follow-up is very important, and thank you very much for that. It made me accountable. If you didn't ask me this often, I would have slacked off more.
I would say your course was super important. I think this was the main part, once you understand the course, and then I think the mocks were super important. Your emphasis on mocks, you kept nagging us that, get this mock done, do RCA. All of this was super helpful because pushes were they were similar. So yeah, mocks were, there are so many mocks that you have, and if you do all of them, I'm pretty sure anybody who goes who does them can easily clear a PMP.
Amir, first of all, thank you so much. I think without your guidance, it took me one complete year. I was preparing for PMP through books and everything. So I was giving some mocks also available online, and I was not able to, have that confidence that I'll be able to clear. But I'm telling you, after attending the classes, especially after doing the mocks, doing the RCAs, I was feeling confident enough that yes, I can attempt it. And the day you told me to book your exam, I still asked you, but are you sure that I can give the exam? And you said, yes, you're ready.
First of all, I thank you a lot for the privilege, because when I started encounter with your program through LinkedIn, so some of your talks, always motivating me, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So I always follow you, almost everything, all your journeys. I watch all of them, even the one that they speak in your local language.
So that was not an easy journey, and it would not be possible without you. I really appreciate the support. He was always available for my questions and always put me in the right direction. And actually, if I want to say how was the journey, my journey started 2 years back. Then I first called you for the SP, and then you directed me to PMP, and then we did SP after that, and then you tricked me to do the PGMP.
Thank you so much, and again, Amir, thank you so much, and your mocks are really good. I mean, yeah, please, everyone should do your mocks for sure, and then they will be all prepared for the exam. And trust your program.
And then you came with your follow-ups, and that kind of really boosted me. Those daily follow-ups, making sure that I was getting the mocks that I needed to do completed and following up on me, it really boosted my motivation again. And as I was started doing those mocks, I got an opportunity for a job which required me to have PMP, so I had to go for PMP before I get the interview.
Mostly coaching goal is for you understand how you will solve the question. Mostly it is like that. We can only do the 10 or 12 questions, maybe less than that. But main thing is it will come into your bones that you have to do elimination technique. So you cannot go just, okay, this is the answer, I will go directly put this answer. That is the main thing. It will come into you that you have to do elimination technique. That is the best thing for coaching on.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, with the right guidance from yourself, I managed to do good in the exam and to clear the PMP. I would say that your approach was really helpful because I'm not that type of a person who would sit there and read a lot of theoretical things to get things done. I'm more of a practical person who would prefer practicing over sticking to the theoreticals. And
I would definitely say that the root cause analysis for me was the key. And here's why. Is some people try so hard to memorize all the processes and how they're all linked together. And if you do this, then you got to do that. And some people, maybe they think that way. That was very hard for me. It was just a lot to memorize. I'm not Amer Ali. I can't do that. So for me, just the process of actually answering the questions with your technique of process of elimination. And then if you're left with always like two answers, which one do you do? And if you get it wrong, you have to go do the root cause analysis. So thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you very much for everything. Fantastic. I would not have done as well as I had done if I hadn't had the foundation that you gave me, for sure.
Who here wants to be successful? Raise your hands.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to the people who have joined from different parts of the world. And this is Jane Martina, PMP from Amir Ali's team. Today, we are going to be in a session where we will be solving 5 questions and we will be learning how we can decode a question and try to understand the PMI mindset behind it and going to apply that, use elimination technique and figure out the answer. So that is what every coaching call is objective. Without much further delay, we'll be moving on to today's questions. And people who are watching in the live, please kindly put in comment section whether my voice is audible or is it breaking, or you're able to hear me or not. So we can correct that and then move on to the session. So those who are watching in YouTube, kindly please put in the comment section whether audio is clear, whether you are able to see the questions. Is it clear? So if we can put yes, then we will move on to the question. And whenever you are solving the question, kindly put the question number and next to it option A, B, C, or D. And also please put in your justifications. Okay, going to the session. You are managing an agile project. Most of the stakeholders in your project have worked previously in predictive projects. They are expecting daily reports, but they are not getting it. One of the key stakeholders have called you and said why they are not getting report. What will you say to them? Option A, ask them to follow communication management plan. Option B, refer them to information radiator. Option C, apologize and make sure next time they get report for it. Option D, tell them in Agile we don't share progress. Okay, so now let's try to understand the question, understand the keyword, apply the 7-step formula, and see how we are going to solve this question. So the first key thing is like when there is 3 lines of a question, you read what will you say to them. Okay. So now the question says it is an agile project we have identified, and they are talking about in key stakeholder is asking for daily status report. So this is the problem statement. Okay. So this is something they are talking about what is the process or what is to be followed in agile project. So if you take agile project, we will be concentrating more on the information radiator compared to reports. Okay. So with that note, we will go to the question and see what we will be doing. Ask them to follow the communication management plan. Since it is an agile project, we will not be considering this option. We can eliminate this. Refer them to information radiator. Yes. What is an information radiator? It is a dynamic. It can be a high-tech or low-tech kind of a information radiator, which says gives you a live update about what is the current status of the project. Okay. For example, if you can see a best example for information radiator is you travel to airports, there they will have the live information about what is the next flight which is taking off, which has opened the gate, which has opened the check-in. So that is considered as a dynamic where it changes on time live, and then it will have it can be high-tech like that we see it in the airports, or it can be as low as the sticky notes kept as the different color coded sticky notes that can say how many items are there in progress, or where it is in the review stage or something like that. Okay. So where it is like placed in a common place where all the team members and the stakeholders have a look at it and can get the information from it. So the best can be imagined when information radiator is said is like you can see the status of the flights in airports can be the best example of information radiator. Okay. Then C, apologize and make sure next time they get the report for it. Even though Taylor communication need is one of the PMP mindset or the knowledge, the key thing that is being said in the PMP. But here in Agile project, information radiator plays the role of the reports that they get it live dynamic. So that takes precedence over this. And then option D, tell them in Agile, we don't share progress. No, we don't tell them upfront that we don't share progress, but what we will tell them is we will make them refer to the information radiator. Okay. So being said that, I can see people in live, but I'm not able to see people commenting on the section. So please, let's make this session interactive. Try to post in the question and the options in the comment section so we can go through it. Okay. Thank you. Now moving on to the next question. So try to put the answer before we discuss the options. Okay. Let's see how many we are getting it right. You are managing the project with current status SPI 0.9 and CPI 1.4. Your sponsor has asked you to improve the project. What will you do? Option A, tell them project is already in good condition. Option B, raise change request to crash the project. Option C, have team meeting to see what can be done. Option D, fire lower performing team members. So your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Let's see. Okay. So what does the SPI and CPI stands for? Okay, SPI, if it is greater than 1, it is considered the project is ahead of the schedule. If the CPI is more than 1, greater than 1, it means the project is under the budget, is still under the control, is still under budget. Okay. So this state, if it is less than 1, it means it is behind the schedule. And if it is CPI is less than 1, it says it is over the budget. Okay. So less than 1 means the status is not good. Over than 1 means the status is good. But here they have given SPI less than 1 and CPI greater than 1. That means the project is behind the schedule, but they are doing it in under the cost. Okay, under the cost. So what does it mean? So it means your sponsor is asking to improve the project. That means he wants to make your project on schedule. Okay, now it is behind the schedule. They want to do it on schedule. Okay, now let's go to the options. Tell him project is already in good condition. No, it is not, because SPI is less than 1. That means the project is behind the schedule. Okay. Yes. As in the comment, fire low performing team members is not a good option. So we will be eliminating it, and we will be eliminating option A. Raise change request to crash the project. Have team meeting to see what can be done. Okay. So here you already know that you have to bring the project to on schedule, and you are having a lot of budget remaining. Okay, so the best option as a project manager is you will raise a change request to crash the project. That means you will spend money in bringing people, putting in there, make them work on the schedule to bring the items on schedule. Okay, so that will be the best option chosen here. Why? You have to bring the project on schedule, right? Agreed? Crash means you are crashing the schedule. You are doing a technique to crash the schedule. Okay, so that means you will spend more money in making the activities carry out in parallel with more resources working on. Okay, so we'll move on to the next question. You have just completed the project. At the end of the project, you want to check whether is successful for benefit which it was started. Which document you will check for this? Option A, benefit management plan. Option B, business case. Option C, project charter. Option D, project management plan. Okay, right. Okay, so okay, thanks for the justification given in the comment section. Okay, so here before decoding the questions, so yes, we have a benefit management plan here, we have a business case here, we have project charter here, we have project management plan here. When we talk about the project management plan, all the plans will tell you how you are going to carry out that activity. Okay, if it is a project management plan, it will include all other 18 plans inside that, and it is entirely called as project management plan. So it says what are the channels you will use to engage stakeholder, what are the communication methods you will be following for the project, what is allowed, what is not allowed, what are the risks, what are the scope baseline, what are the cost baseline. So you will be having a defined roadmap for you to follow on that step 1, step 2, and any plan will not have the particular item about it. The stakeholder engagement plan will not have stakeholder register. The risk management plan will not have risk, and as well as the project management plan will not have the list of projects that you are going to do, but it will say how you are going to manage the project. Yes, the scope baseline, the WBS, all part of the project management plan, but they are the subset of few things. Same way, the benefit management plan will tell you how you have to calculate the benefit for that particular project, but it will not tell you what is the before and after the benefits that the project is delivering. Okay, so that means benefit management plan will tell you what are the metrics you need to use to calculate the benefits. No, it is not. But the business case will tell you why this project was initially created, right? Why? What is the value? What is the tangible and intangible values this project is going to bring in? Why this project was started and what it is supposed to deliver? Okay, so that will be available in the business case. So go back to the question. You want to check whether it is successful for benefit which it was started. Which document you will check for this? So whether you have achieved that benefit or not, whether you have reached that goal or not, what document you will check? Whether you will check the benefit management plan, or a business case? Okay. For example, I give you the difference between. Okay, that's right. That's why we are here to solve the questions. We are trying to see how you have to interpret the questions. Okay, so it is good. That is why this session is meant for. All the coaching calls are here to tell you how you have to approach the question, apply the PMI mindset, and use the elimination technique to get the answer right. Okay, why project charter is eliminated? Because it will have the high level requirement and objective of this project. But when they are saying you want to check whether it's successful for a benefit which it was started, then always it is a business case. Okay. Okay. Best example for benefit management plan and business case is like you start a project to reach 100 million people over the world, okay, so that they get benefit of using your application. They reduce time by 10% or 20%, okay. Maybe we can take our PMP program also. So you take PMP exam so that your salaries go up and you get more insight about how to manage a project in a better way, right, in your organization, and it can be a KPI. So that is the business case of you doing a PMP. What is the benefit management plan? After doing, you will mention, if I do PMP, I will be able to understand more of the like I can get 20% raise in the like what you can mention something related to that. But in the business case, you say, okay, after completing PMP, you will be like considered a good candidate among your 100 employees in your organization. You have a more visibility of promotion in your organization by 25%. So you define it in the business case. And when you are done with your PMP, after a month, you will review back to your business case and see whether all those things are done. Okay, so the benefit management plan will tell you how to measure that. So I think this would have given you a better insight on what a benefit management plan is and what a business case will hold. Okay. Okay, now we are moving on to the next question. You have been just hired as a project manager. Project charter has been approved. What will your first step as a project manager? So option A, review business case and make it aligned with the organization strategy. Review project charter to understand requirement. Identify stakeholder. Make assumption law. Okay, let's see the answers. Project charter as step one. Okay. Okay, so yes, first let's see. The keyword here is the project manager has just been hired after the project charter has been approved. So he was not part of the project charter. Okay. So you are the project manager. What will be your first step? You will review business case and make it aligned with organization strategy. That will be the step prior to the project charter. Okay, so the project charter has to be aligned with the business case. So you have to eliminate that option. Okay, in project charter before, because it says it has been approved, that means this step is way before what project charter has been approved. So you have to eliminate that option. Yes, it is in the initiation phase. Review project charter to understand requirement. Yes, because he has joined newly once the project charter has been approved. So that is a keyword here, can be. Identify stakeholder and make assumption log are part of initiation before the project charter has been approved. So you have to eliminate both the options, and with that, option B is the right answer. Thanks for putting in the comment section with the justification as well. And we will move on to the last question of today's session. You are the project manager in large construction project. You have reviewed project charter. You are in the initiation process. There is a chance that some resources will leave the project. At this stage, which document you will update to document this? Option A, project charter. B, stakeholder register, assumption log, risk register. All right. Okay. See, assumption log, as this is not defined risk, it's still an assumption or estimate. Yes, good justification as PC, stakeholder register. Yes, exactly. So both the explanation and justification is right, because even though you see it is as an assumption and it is not a risk, but in the initiation process, we have only 3 documents. Okay. Project charter, stakeholder register, and assumption and constraint logs, as Wakar has mentioned here. Okay. So being said that, at this stage, which document you will update to document this? So you have to update that. So it is definitely assumption log. Okay. So it cannot be a project charter. It is not a stakeholder register. It cannot be a risk register, but in few projects, they in real time, they refer to RAID logs. So the RAID logs are nothing but risk, assumptions, incidents, and dependencies. Okay. So they maintain all these in one. So if the PMI comes up with that instead of assumption logs or risk register, please be aware of about it, and please choose that. Okay. But if they have assumption logs and RAID logs in the option, always choose assumption log, because that is what the PMI language is. That is what the PMI has said in initiation. No, it is not in the initiation phase. I'm just saying in exam, they can twist you by saying instead of assumption log and risk register, they can give you a RAID log. Okay. So in that case, that will be the closest answer. Okay. I'm not saying you have to choose that in the initiation phase. They can make you like think about it. They can give you it as a tricky question. But if they have given you a RAID log and also an assumption log in the option, so you will be choosing assumption log as an answer, which is the most suitable answer for this question. If assumption log is not there, if risk register is not there, they have given something like a different term like RAID log, then it shouldn't be like a surprise to you. So you know what it is. And if that is the closest answer, you have to choose it. So in PMP exam, there can be two scenarios. One scenario is like all 4 options can be right. And you have to choose the most best answer out of the 4. And all 4 options can be wrong. And you have to choose the most closest answer, which can be somewhere linked to the original answer. So both scenarios can come up in the exam. So you should have, yes. Yes, I said incidents or it can be issues. So mainly it is issues/incidents. So yes, you can use that. You can know about this terminology. Okay, it shouldn't be like a surprise to you when you see that in an exam. You can see it. Okay, so that's the learning. They can have both kind of a questions where they have all 4 options right, where they can have all 4 options wrong, but you have to figure out one of the options that is closest to the most right option. Okay. Okay. So more into the RAID logs. RAID logs are not part of the PMI's PMP language. Okay. So the RAID logs mostly will hold all kinds of the risk, all kind of assumptions, all kind of a issue, all kind of a dependencies throughout the project. In real time, there are many projects that is being used as they are using RAID logs. But according to the PMI PMP questions, RAID logs is a new term or not a term at all. Okay. So why I just mentioned that is like, as I explained, if you don't see an assumption log, if you don't see a risk register, the most closest answer can be a RAID log. Okay, no need to much worry about that one particular term. I just gave a simple example for it. Okay, so yes, Inam, you are right. They are a group of all these, but they are not in a specific phase. They span over all phase of the projects. Okay, right. So with that, we have come to the end of today's session. Thank you very much. Have a great day and good night if you are in US time. Yeah, bye-bye. See you in the next session in next week. Thank you all.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amir Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually, like I'm kind of like really trembling.
I got my results and I was above target in all 3 categories.
Wow.
So